so let's just jump right in. What if I told you that you could navigate literally any conflict? You could make people genuinely want to be around you and become way more influential, starting today. Well, we're about to unlock the blueprint for doing exactly that, using the timeless secrets of Dale Carnegie. Now take a look at this number, 85%. This comes from a really surprising study by the Carnegie Institute of Technology. And get this, they found that even in super technical fields like engineering, 85% of your financial success has nothing to do with your technical knowledge. No, it comes from your skill in something Carnegie called human engineering. So what in the world is human engineering? It's pretty simple, actually. It's the skill of dealing with people. And Carnegie was absolutely convinced it was the single most important skill you could ever have. And the best part? He believed it wasn't some gift you were born with. It was a skill you could buy, you could learn, just like sugar or coffee. All right, so how do we master this 85% secret? Well, Carnegie, luckily for us, breaks it all down into 3 simple, totally actionable pillars. And pillar number 1 is all about mastering your own approach. See, this is about managing your own reactions. It's about what you need to stop doing before you can even dream of influencing anyone else. It all starts with self-control. The first, and maybe the most important rule of all, stop criticizing, condemning, or complaining. Carnegie says it is completely futile. I mean, think about it for a second. He pointed out that notorious criminals, guys like Al Capone, they saw themselves as public benefactors. They never, ever blamed themselves. So if criticism doesn't work on them, what on earth makes us think it's going to work on our family or our coworkers? All it does is put people on the defensive and make them resent you. And this story just illustrates the alternative perfectly. There's this legendary test pilot, Bob Hoover. A mechanic accidentally put the wrong fuel in his plane, which, completely destroyed the engine in the middle of a flight. After he somehow managed to land, instead of just tearing into the guy, Hoover walked over, put his arm around the devastated young mechanic, and said this, "To show you I'm sure you'll never do this again, I want you to service my F-51 tomorrow." Wow, he chose encouragement over criticism, and you can bet that mechanic never made that mistake again. That's real power. Now, what do most of us do when we mess up? Our first instinct is to get defensive, right? To make excuses. Well, Carnegie's advice is to do the exact opposite. Admit your mistake. Do it quickly, do it emphatically. It is so disarming. General Robert E. Lee, after the disaster at Gettysburg, famously took full and complete blame. His courage to stand up and say, "This has been my fault," was an incredible act of leadership that people still talk about today. It raises you above the herd. So once you've got a handle on your own approach, the next step is to start proactively connecting with other people. And that brings us right to our second pillar. And that's all about building a genuine connection. Carnegie gives us some incredibly simple, almost laughably simple tools to do it. First, remember people's names. To that person, their name is the sweetest sound in any language. Second, smile. A real, genuine smile. It's like an instant messenger of goodwill. And third, and this one might just be the most powerful of all, just listen. I mean, really listen. This is one of my favorite stories from the book. Carnegie's at a dinner party, and he just spends hours completely absorbed listening to a botanist go on and on about his passion. At the end of the night, the botanist turns to everyone and says that Carnegie was a most interesting conversationalist. Here's the kicker. Carnegie had barely said a word the entire time. All he did was give that man his full, undivided attention. And that is the highest compliment you can pay anyone. In all of this, the self-control, the genuine connection, it leads us to our final pillar. This is where we combine everything into the true art of ethical influence. This is all about leading with empathy. Carnegie says the only way on earth to get anyone to do anything is by making them want to do it. So before you ask for something, just pause. Take a second and ask yourself this one critical question. How can I make this person eager to do this? It changes the whole game. And that, right there, is the absolute core of empathy. It's the secret sauce. It's about genuinely trying to see the entire situation from their point of view. When you can do that, you don't just reduce friction and save yourself a ton of time, you build the foundation for real, lasting influence. It's the ultimate key. So you master your approach, you build connection, and you lead with empathy. What's the one big idea, the one thread that ties all of this together?
If you only take away one thing from all this, please let it be this powerful idea from Carnegie: abilities wither under criticism, but blossom under encouragement. The entire philosophy, the whole thing, is about building people up, not tearing them down, because that's how you unlock their potential. And in the process, you unlock your own.
But look, the goal here isn't just to know this stuff, it's to do it. So my question for you is this: which one of these principles are you going to consciously put into practice this week? Just one. Are you going to stop criticizing? Are you going to make an effort to remember every single name you hear? Or maybe you'll just focus on being a better, more present listener. Pick one, just one, and start your journey to becoming a master of human engineering.